everyone. I'm Melinda from Women Who Rock, and we are really excited to be here today with a warning. Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
hi.
So, we've been following your career for quite a bit at Women Who Rock, and we have just seen you totally take off. So, first of all, congratulations on all of your success. What do you think has been the most exciting part of your success so far for you?
The most exciting part, I think, has been hitting the road.
Mm.
Honestly, it's been amazing to get out there, play our music, and just find so many people who we connect with through that and discover so many new places. And that for me, it's been amazing. I don't know if for you guys, you
And I
want to.
agree.
Honestly,
Traveling
yeah.
has.
Dany, Pau, and Ale, why don't you all introduce yourselves to the Women Who Rock audience and let them know what you do in the band?
Of course, well, together we're the Warning. I am Dany. I'm the guitar player and lead singer.
I'm Pau, and I am the drummer.
I'm Ale, and I am the bass player.
And you all are sisters, which
Yes,
is,
we are. Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
but let's go way back. And I want to know what inspired each of you to pursue this career as a musician.
So we started when we were very young. We all started playing the piano. Pau started when she was like 5. Danny was 6 or 7. I don't remember. We were really young. We all started playing piano really young. And we've always been in a very musical environment. Our parents love music. They don't play any instruments, but they just love music. And we were always listening music at our home. But it wasn't until our parents got us a video game, the Rock Band, and we loved playing that. Well, I was still very young, but I loved watching my sisters play all the time. Decided that she wanted to play the guitar because she always grabbed the guitar on the Rock Band, and Pal was the same with the drums. And eventually I picked up the bass, but I feel like that's where it all started. You know, the inspiration that we saw from this video game, that's where we started. And then we started covering our favorite bands and songs, and here we are now writing our own music. So
And playing real instruments, writing your songs, singing, what we need way more of. Let's chat about when you're in the studio and you're writing together and you're figuring out parts and arrangements. How does the dynamic work between all of you, especially because you're sisters?
Yeah. Well, usually Pao starts creatively, and we just all get in a room together, and we really have a different process for each song, I think, and each album has been different in like
very different.
the eras of our band. Right now, we are very, well, this album in particular, because we have a new album coming up called Keep Me Fed. This album in particular, the process was very, very different, but we work very well together in the studio. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I feel like in this process, the new thing is that we were co-writing with other people. So we were in a room with people we had never met before, and we were doing this like every day. We had a new couple of people there that we had never met before. So I feel like it really strengthened our bond as not only sisters but like songwriters. Like we had to be on the same page. We had to be a united front as a band. So I feel like it has increased our communication skills definitely.
So the new album, it drops on June 28th. What can all of your fans expect from this album?
Wow. Okay. So definitely a new era of The Warning. We worked on this so hard last year, but it was like in between tours, there was a lot of chaotic energy going around. But like any other The Warning album, it's full of our honest music, of all of our emotions, and all of our passion.
Overall, it's just a very fun album.
Mhm.
We try to write really fun songs. This time we're usually like more of a like we write more serious music, and in this album we really just wanted to have fun in a lot of songs. So it is overall a fun and energetic album.
We can't wait. We'll be sure to share it on Women Who Rock. And speaking of Women Who Rock, it's Women's History Month, and you are three very strong forces in the world of rock. I want to know, who are some women in the music industry who have influenced you throughout your career?
My God, there's a lot, a lot. And you know, I have to mention her because Lizzie Hale was, I mean, is all the time such a big inspiration. And she's the one who got us on tour for our first tour. Well, the first tour that we did with more people in the United States. And it was an all women led tour. We were out with Hailstorm, The Pretty Reckless, Lilith Czar, and
Oh,
ourselves. It was such
It
an
was such an
insane
amazing tour.
experience.
oh, I
We
bet.
did. We learned so much, and they all really took us on their wing. Honestly, it was so fortunate for us to live that experience, and we're so grateful to everyone in that team. One of the biggest things that happened on that tour was that Lizzie gifted me a guitar mid-set, and that has been and is an experience that I will never forget. It was so insanely beautiful of her to feel that support. I think that's the most important thing when we women support women, and I felt so supported, and I just love her really, really, really much.
I need to know, what type of guitar did she gift you?
Oh, it's a Gibson Explorer. It's a white Gibson Explorer. It's amazing. And I played it right away. And that said, I had never played one before, so it was also really exciting to get to know the guitar. But oh my God, amazing.
Are you taking that guitar with you on tour?
Yes, I took it all over the place last year, and if I have the chance, I will again because I have a lot of guitars and a little bit of space to travel. But yes.
Awesome. I love it. I love Lizzie. We've actually interviewed her, and I think she's just such a great role model for women in the music industry. And especially, like you said, women supporting women. Sometimes, as women in the industry, it's hard to find other supportive role models and people to learn from and take advice from. And I think she's a great person. So it's so cool that you got to go on tour with her and have that special moment. How about the rest of you? Tell us who inspire you.
I would say the first band we ever toured with was an Argentinian band called Eruca Sativa,
Mm.
and it's made of two women and the drummer, which is a man. But it was our first time touring with women, and they're such amazing people and
Mm.
musicians. And I feel like we were really young when we toured with them,
Yeah.
It
when
was
we
our
first met
first
them.
tour.
It was our first tour, and we were
Okay.
really young. And they're just so inspiring. They're such amazing people, and they're such amazing musicians. I feel like it's the band I look up to like almost the most when touring. It was really nice to tour for the first time with women.
Great story. How about you?
I'm gonna sound a little bit cheesy, but my sisters, definitely.
Oh.
We started out doing this when we were really, really young. So we got the rock band and we always we did hear women in rock since the very beginning. So
Mm.
I never thought that we were one of the few bands, especially in our country when we started playing in these festivals or whatever, we would be the only ones there. But I never thought inside my head this boundary didn't exist because
Mhm.
I had always been in an environment where that was not a notion that we lived with. When we started realizing that this was the way the world was, it was just very motivating for me to see well, I'm not doing this by myself. I have two other girls. At that point, we were girls.
Yeah.
We were tiny. That are putting in the same amount of work as I am, and who are thriving along with me. So that motivates me to keep doing the same thing, and it's very inspiring to grow
Yeah.
together.
So how old were you when you first started recording music together?
Oh,
Recording,
that was
Recording?
10 years ago.
That was 10
10
years
years
Yeah.
ago,
ago.
so I was 12.
I was
Wow.
9.
Well, it was like 14.
And you've grown so quickly. I mean, I know looking back, of course, you've all put the work in for the past 10 years, right? Nobody becomes an overnight success. And I wish more musicians would really internalize that and know the hard work, the years that it takes, right? To be crafting those songs and practicing and recording and finding your sound. That takes a long time, but you definitely have just blown up. So, what do you think the key to your success has been?
I feel like it's a mixture between luck, a lot of luck,
Mhm.
and discipline. When you have the discipline to be working all the time when you don't have those opportunities. So when those opportunities arrive, that it is sometimes just the stars aligned
Yeah.
and this opportunity landed on the table and you have all the work that you've put behind it to take that opportunity and
And be
really just
ready.
maximize the fruits of your labor. And it's about also gratitude is really important in these moments when you realize, because it's very easy to say oh, we did all the hard work and that's why we're here, but there has been so much work from so many people to let us be where we are right now. It is only when you have good solid teamwork, not only with your band but with your crew, that you can really thrive.
What great, great, great advice. And I also want to know, for all of the young women watching this that just picked up her first guitar or bass or drumsticks, just wrote her first song, what advice would you all have for her, putting yourself 10 years back in those same shoes?
When we first started, we really had, this passion for what we do. And it's sometimes it's so hard to learn something new, especially when your brain and your body have to get used to functioning like you want to get the results that you want. So it becomes a lot of hard work to play what you want to play and sound like you want to sound. But I feel like it's very important to never lose sight of why you started in the beginning, the
Always
passion that you have
remember.
for it. And sometimes even when you're having a hard time, to
Mhm.
stop for a second, play something that you love, have fun, and then go back to the hard work, but never lose that it's so fun,
Yeah.
because it is.
What about some of the challenges like, and I'm sure you've heard the word no, right? When you're just starting off, how do you get past that and not take it personally? Because, being a musician, you're going to hear no so many times, but then you start hearing yes. And sometimes it just takes that one yes to unlock an opportunity to progress your career and get to that next level. So, how did you deal with, maybe people that just weren't getting it or maybe said, hey, this isn't for me? How did you keep going?
Perseverance is a virtue that you like have to develop,
Yeah.
especially in this industry. But more than anything, you need to have your goals very like set in mind, and it is not personal. It will
Mhm.
never be, unless it's like
A
a
direct
personal attack,
attack.
obviously.
Right.
Not everyone is gonna like what you do.
And
Not
that's
everyone
okay.
is gonna support what you do. It's about finding the people that do and
Mhm.
focusing on that. Because you're also gonna hear no from your bandmates and from like the people inside your own team. It is not personal. Everyone, well, at least in your core
Your
team,
team.
everyone cares about the growth of your project and your
Right.
music and your voice. So it is about taking a step back and kind of like observing, taking
Mhm.
it in, and just having your priorities straight, because sometimes that no is like you don't agree with it and you find
Right.
another way to do something. Like it's not always like,
Just like
oh, I'm
final.
wrong. No, no, no. But it's just about observing the situations and really calculating what you want to do.
And I feel like when a no comes in or a yes comes in, there's a reason for it. So maybe trying to understand the workings behind it and trying to like work around it is also very important.
Adaptability.
Kind of along that same line, can you share with us, have you faced any challenges being strong women in the genre of rock music?
I mean, yes. Of course we have, especially we started out when we were really young. Apart
Mhm.
from being women, we were kids.
Right.
So it was really hard for us to get people to take us seriously. And it was very strange for us because the way that we started, we went viral. So now we had this, like, we constantly had to prove ourselves to everybody that, okay, we do deserve to be here. And it's not only like back then, constantly we have to do this now. I feel like with women, so many other like work areas as well, we just have to overperform. We have to
Mhm.
cover so many other areas for us to be considered to do the bare minimum. But I feel like that's kind of a superpower as well, because you become an expert on these like little niche things that people don't expect you to know, and you can really use that to your advantage. And sometimes people's expectations are literally like on the floor. They
So
expect
low.
nothing from you. So you step on that stage and people already have like this predetermined notion of
Outcome.
what you're going to be, and then you step on that stage and you're not that. And it has a higher impact.
It
It does.
does.
You kind
Mhm.
of have to use that to your advantage. It's kind of sad.
It is sad,
I'm not saying it's
but it's
cool.
also it's nice to see that change in perspective, and it's nice
Mhm.
that we see, like we can sometimes see it when we change people's minds, and we're like, music is for everyone. Doesn't matter who's playing it. If it's good and if you like it, then and that's
That's
it.
it.
That's all
That's
that
right. It's
matters.
the universal language that connects all of us together. We talked a little bit about the new album, which we're really excited about. What else do you have cooking that you can share with us?
Well, we're going on tour. We are headlining our first ever tour in Europe. Yes, we're going to be visiting places all over the world. We're super, super excited to hit the road with this new music and lots of rehearsals.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that
sure.
We
yes.
have also a list of US festivals that we're going to be playing.
Yeah.
I think we're playing Louder Than Life. We're
Great.
And Aftershock.
Aftershock.
Wow.
I think probably sometimes we're not very in the loop of these things, but
Mhm.
probably we're going to have a US run like around these festivals as well. And we're just very excited to launch this new album and start promoting it and touring with it and sharing this new era of our music with people in person.
We can't wait. So, where can everybody follow you? And how do you how are you the first to know all of the tour dates and the album release? Like, do you have a fan club or a mailing list?
Yeah, you can follow us. We're the Warning Rock Band everywhere on all social media, but we do have a Patreon page where you can get information before everyone else and a lot of
Exclusive.
cool rewards.
Pre-sale links, stuff like that. So if you want to like really be on top of everything, Patreon
Yeah.
is the place.
Women Who Rockers, you definitely want to be on top of all of the news and first to know. So go check out that page. Is there anything else that you want to share with us today?
Well, more than anything, thank you for listening and thank you for your time. You guys rock, and we'll see you on the road.
Yeah.
Well, again, congratulations. I think the three of you have such an amazing future ahead of you. You all have so much wisdom and you're so grounded, and I can tell your work ethic is there. So don't lose sight of that. And please, any way that we can ever help, please let us know over here at Women Who Rock. And I can't wait for the new album.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
much.
Likewise,
Okay.
we're here for anything you need. All right.
Awesome. Okay, ladies, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.